Check.
No, I'm okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let's try that one more time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. About to say, you guys had a fun Mother's Day weekend. That's why y'all was quiet. Y'all recovering. This meeting of Brooklyn Community Board 14 is called to order on Monday, May 11th. All right, better. This Brooklyn Community Board 14 is called to order on Monday, May 11th at 7:02 p.m. under the applicable statuses of New York State, the Charter of New York City, the board's bylaws, and Robert's Rules of Order. The board's policy is to encourage detailed public discussion of matters before the board at our committee meetings and at public meetings. Consequently, except by board members, there will be no public discussion at our regularly monthly meetings of matters about which a public hearing or committee meeting has been held. Specific service delivery requests or complaints should be brought to the attention of the district office's staff by calling the board office during regular business hours or by visiting our website anytime. Other matters of civic interest may be brought before the board during scheduled public comment period, which will begin tonight after all other business on the board's monthly meeting agenda has been concluded. No partisan political appeals or advertising for for-profit enterprises will be heard. Persons wishing to speak during the public comment period were asked to pre-register. So the first thing we'll do is call attendance. So Secretary, may you please call the roll?
Good evening, everyone. If you're here, please just tell me you are present or here. For all the new people that are here, welcome. Shahzada Shabir Ahmad, Wakil Ahmed, here. Gregory Alvarez, Heshi Organbaum, Hindi Bendel, Benjamin Bendet, present. Christopher Bromson, Carl Henry Cesar. Here. Florencia Changajita.
Here.
Yvette Claire Jean.
Here.
Elizabeth Denise.
Present.
Lisa Derrick.
Here.
Joseph Dweck.
Here.
Beatrix Eckert Chu.
Here.
Regine Ford. Yitzhak Gottesman. Jarrell Gray.
Here.
Susan Hargett. Musa Asun.
Here.
Ian Haynes. Mordechai Usarski.
Present.
Kashif Hussein. Nadika Johnson. Kirsty Jutilla.
Here.
Kellen Kalefu. Nicole Levinson Angulo.
Here.
Alex Lesman. Donald Loggins.
Present.
Sasha Maslewski. Melissa Minnick.
Here.
Yemisi Nasiru.
Yemisi Nasiru, present.
Yemisi Nasiru. Thank you. Brian Nierenberg.
Present.
Asma Nazi. Eric Ost.
Present.
Ornella Parker.
Present.
Nora Pena.
Here.
Susan Phillip.
Present.
Svi Plotzker. Barton Prasant.
Here.
Baza Ruhi. Nina Sabgir.
Here.
Joel Siegel.
Here.
Gail Smith.
Present.
Alexa Summers. Rolanda Telsport Hastic. Abraham Treff.
Here.
Deborah Valentin.
Here.
Tamika Welsh.
Here.
Alana Wilson.
Here.
We have quorum.
All right, thank you, Secretary. So board members should have received the prior meeting minutes via email or in person at the table. After everyone's review, District Manager, has there been any changes via email?
There was one date correction that's been added in the copy that's handed out now.
Any changes from the floor?
Thank you. Eagle eyes, Carl Henry Cesar.
Cool. Motion to adopt the minutes of April 2026 General Board meeting.
So moved. Second.
Are there any abstentions? Any ineligible? Any against? Motion carries. And now we'll move with the district manager's report.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for making it through the streets this evening. And welcome to the new board members. Looking forward to getting to know you and working with you. Just a short report tonight. I participated in the Church Flatbush Alliance annual meeting. That's the northernmost bid in our district. And I'm always impressed with the work of Lauren Collins, her dedication and creativity, and good things are coming to the Church Flatbush corridor. I also attended an Open Plans nationwide webinar on open space. Open space is the type of space that our district lacks sorely, and so always like to listen to creative ideas by creative people. There was also a DOT presentation on proposed changes at the Grand Army Plaza at the Arch. Take a look at those plans, and we'll be hearing more about that as that project moves forward. But there are opportunities for local input. If you want to go to their site, and if you have trouble finding the input portal, let me know. Our office can help you locate that. I also attended a call today. I'll be on the update calls regarding the LIRR potential strike that might move forward over the weekend. It's not super directly in this district in terms of impact, but if you or somebody, if you are concerned about it and you have specific concerns, let me know, because I'll participate in those calls and I'll bring any of our local concerns forward. Otherwise, I had a little time away, and one of those days was last Friday. I took a day and had a field trip with fellow district managers from the city. We visited the Museum of the City of New York, and we were led by Professor Gabe Tenon, who led us through the Core of New York exhibit, and then we had a conversation with Manso Lopez and Tom Agnotti, who led us in a conversation about the history of community boards. So just remember that you are part of a very noble group of people who have a very noble and important history. I was just reminded that all history starts with local people, places, and events. And also, just go to that museum. Summer's up ahead, and it's a great place to visit. We're getting close to the end of the fiscal year, and that means like at the very, very bottom of our budget. And so I just wanted to use this as an opportunity to remind board members that if you haven't called your local council member about a baseline budget increase for community boards, that's the type of increase that we haven't had in nearly 20 years, please give them a call. And if you did call already, you can call again to remind them, because it's budget crunch time. So thank you very much for that effort and support.
So I do want to acknowledge some members from our community that have joined us today. Today we are joined by Noam Abrams from Senator Sam Sutton's office, Brian Grady from Councilmember Rita Joseph's office, Nancy Lulu from the Brooklyn District Attorney's office, Megan Fleming White from Councilmember Farrah Lewis's office, Elise Lobbin from Congresswoman Yvette Clark's office, Aomi Silings from Assemblymember Brian Cunningham's office. Did I? Yeah. How you doing? I think I see you. Yes, and we have Ethan Nash from Brooklyn Borough President's office. Okay, all right, cool. And now we're getting to the chair's report. Oh, and I see Taisha Allen from Assemblymember Ronise Bichat's office just woke up. And I see Taisha Allen from Assemblymember Ronise Bichat's office. It's been All right, so I hope everyone is well and in good spirits. Thank you for coming to today's hearing. I know there's been some traffic issues outside, but we reached quorum. I was a little bit worried. That's why I was standing outside before. First things first, I want to thank all of the mothers in the room and joining us online. I hope you had a restful and joyful Mother's Day. Your time, dedication, and presence in all of our families and throughout our community are deeply appreciated. And I also like to take a point of personal privilege to give a shout out to my mom, who may or may not be on the live stream today. Thank you for everything you do, Mom. And I also want to extend my warmest wishes to our board member, Sasha, who is currently preparing for the arrival of her child and will be on maternity leave. Can we give her a round of applause? And lastly, I would like to say Happy Haitian Heritage Month for our Haitian community. I had the pleasure of attending the Haitian Culture Day Parade this past weekend, and as the world's first independent Black republic, we honor the rich history, culture, and contributions of the Haitian community here in Brooklyn and throughout our city. So, a lot has transpired since the last time we had our meeting. The first thing on the agenda is that last week on Wednesday, May 6th, at King's Theater, Brooklyn Community Board 14 held a public hearing regarding the Department of Social Services, Department of Homeless Services proposed shelter at 1024 Flatbush Avenue, currently operating as the Red Roof Inn. This site is located directly across the street from King's Theater and probably less than a 1-minute walk away from the existing shelter at 21 Derriere Place. The hearing was attended by over 100 community members in addition to numerous written testimony submissions. We were also joined by Councilmember Rita Joseph and Assemblymember Ronise Bashar Hermlin. Residents overwhelmingly expressed concern about the placement of another shelter in our community, particularly given its proximity to both King's Theater and the shelter already operating nearby. There are also broader concerns about the hotel operators, Red Roof Inn, and other operators around the city, opening locations in neighborhoods with the expectation of securing a shelter contract as a part of the speculative business model. With the support of our office, board members, and our legal advisory committee, Community Board 14 has identified several legal and procedural concerns regarding this proposal. So I just want to reiterate that this hearing wasn't meant for us to be vilifying our unhoused neighbors, and we all sit in a point of privilege to even be here participating in our society. But we did identify a few concerns that many community members had as a whole. So we intend to submit several requests to the Department of Social Services. We will keep the board informed as we receive additional information. The district office will continue to accept questions and expressions of concerns from community members. We want to note that DSS is not asking for a recommendation or even an advisory opinion from the board. They're only legally obligated to provide an opportunity for community members to ask questions and express concerns. I also want to note that Brooklyn Community Board 9, which had many members from their community board come over to our district last week, will be hosting a public hearing on Tuesday, May 12th at 6:30 p.m. regarding a proposed shelter at the Ramada Hotel on Empire Boulevard and Bedford Avenue. The hearing will take place at Middle School 61, located at 400 Empire Boulevard. Yes, Barney?
What's the timeline on the opening of the Red Roof?
The timeline it said summer 2026, right?
It's now.
Yep.
Just check.
Yeah.
More or less.
Okay.
The hotel that you mentioned in CB9, is that for families, men?
Not a hotel.
Do we know? I'm sorry, the shelter. Men, single
Yep.
mode shelter. Okay, thank you.
All right. Folks should email the district office, and we will continue to gather input to be considered in the next steps. So on April 16th, our office hosted a screening of the documentary Emergent City. Nearly 30 board members and community residents joined us to watch the film, which offered a powerful look at the Sunset Park rezoning process and the community response to the proposed industry city development. Following the screening, we were joined by both directors for a thoughtful and engaging Q&A. While the film itself was exceptionally produced, and what stood out to me the most was seeing board members and residents talking, connecting, and getting to know each other before the screening began. So this wasn't just a film screening. It was community learning and community bonding. I look forward to creating more opportunities for us to come together in community and build relationships outside of our monthly board meetings. On April 16th, the 7-0 precinct held their legislative breakfast. This event included a tour of the precinct and continued advocacy for a new facility. This was my first visit to the precinct. The current building was constructed more than 120 years ago to accommodate approximately 20 police officers and horses. Today, it serves more than over 200 officers. The precinct is also located adjacent to the ADAPT Community Network Center, where buses frequently unload members of our disabled community, many of them using wheelchairs. As one can assume, this creates significant congestion and a bottleneck and delays officers responding to emergencies. Our office will continue supporting efforts to secure a modern facility for the precinct. I wanted to share a Prospect Park update from board member Christopher Bromson. There is currently a full lighting outage on the southern portion of Prospect Park, which is on the Community District 14 border. The issue has been elevated to the New York City Department of Transportation, which has jurisdiction over the lighting infrastructure. NYC Parks has requested a temporary lighting assistance from NYPD. In addition, there has been no significant update regarding the water main break near the north side of Lefrak Center that created a substantial flooding. We'll keep the board informed as updates become available. On Sunday, May 3rd, Community Board 14 tabled at the Church Avenue Street Fair. The Transition Committee will provide a more detailed report, but I want to thank Nikki and Ornella for their continued leadership. I also want to thank board members Eric, Alexa, Alana, Nautica, Carissa, and Florencia for volunteering at our table. These events are important as an opportunity to increase our visibility in the community. Many residents are still unaware of Community Board 14 is a volunteer-led body that advocates on their behalf. It is essential that residents see us and know that we are accessible and engaged. And thank you as well to the district office for coordinating our participation. And also shout out the Church Flatbush Alliance. Hi, Lauren. So as you may have noticed, we have some new faces in the room. So to the new board members, welcome. We are excited to have you here and look forward to your partnership, curiosity, empathy, and engagement. So folks, please join me in giving a round of applause to our new board members. Yeah, if you're a new member, do you mind standing up or giving us a wave, please? Hi. We have our executive committee meeting on Thursday, May 28th at our district office. We'd love to see you there. I also want to give a round of applause for our outgoing members. We appreciated your time, presence, and dedication to our board. I want to remind you, as well as everyone in the public, that aren't board members, you can still join our committees as a public member to stay involved. And lastly, I want to bring you two updates from Borough Hall. At our May 5th Brooklyn Borough Board meeting, the board voted in support of the restoration of the Meadow Park Arch in Prospect Park. I previously reported this in our prior meeting. This project is funded through a $1.5 million private donation and is expected to take approximately 8 to 10 months. We also received presentations from the Center of Brooklyn History and Data to Go NYC. Center for Brooklyn History highlighted its exhibitions, educational programming, and archival resources. So if you haven't checked them out, I think it's a pretty great experience, especially if you live in Brooklyn. Data to Go NYC is an online mapping and data platform which provides neighborhood-level indicators across a wide range of topics. One statistic that stood out to me was that Community District 14 ranks among the bottom 12 districts citywide for air quality. On a lighter note, Data to Go also found that 80% of adults in our district report that their neighbors are willing to help one another. So that's pretty good to hear. We'd love to get that number to 100%, right? That means 8 out of 10 people would most likely help one of their residents. The 2 people, I think we could get that sorted out, but we have an overwhelming majority. And lastly, on April 29th, Brooklyn Borough Hall hosted a reflection event honoring community board members for their years of service. We were joined by Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso, as well as the longest-serving community board member in Brooklyn, who was first appointed in 1963. Yep. Why some of y'all said that like that?
That's a long time.
Oh, man, he's older than my mom, but I don't want to age myself. But, at the event, Chair Emeritus Carl Henry Caesar and I offered remarks. Carl spoke about the importance of succession planning and the need for community boards to proactively prepare for the upcoming transitions as a result of term limits and to preserve institutional knowledge. He highlighted the work of our transition committee, which has been focused on exactly that mission. In my remarks, I spoke about sustainability. Organizations that successfully navigate leadership transitions are intentional about preserving knowledge, adapting to changing circumstances, and ensuring continuity. The work of Community Board 14 does not end with a term. It continues through people, mentorship, and the commitment of those who chose to serve. With that, I would like to present several certificates from Brooklyn Borough Hall to members who were unable to attend the event in recognition of your dedication and service. All right, Baza is not here. Shout out Baza Ruhi. Can we give her a round of applause? Next, I would like to bring up one of my favorites. Everybody's my favorite, but one of my favorites. Board member Gail L. Smith.
At the band 3 count. Congrats, Gail.
Next, I want to bring up one of my favorites. Like I said, everyone's my favorite, but this is also one of my favorite board members, Florencia Chang Ajita. Can we give her a round of applause?
It was your birthday that night.
It was your birthday. That's why you ran out. That's what they was all asking for you.
Yes, I do.
It's because those are behind. You have to turn the other way.
Yes, this is better.
I was nervous. I didn't want everyone to see my smile.
Got it. Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of the chair's report. So now I'll be inviting the co-chairs of our topical committees to share their reports, beginning with the Transportation Committee, followed by Community Environment, Cultural Affairs, and Economic Development Committee.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Musa. I'm co-chairs along with Benjamin. We are both co-chairs of the Transportation Committee. We do not have a substantive update. However, we do have a Transportation Committee meeting coming up this week on Thursday, May 14th at 6:30 p.m. We have a full schedule, or full agenda, excuse me. We are going to get an update on the Beverly Road Bridge State of Good Repair project from the DOT. We're going to get a presentation on low traffic neighborhoods from Open Plans, a presentation on the South Brooklyn Pedestrian Safety Improvement Project, and finally, a review of change to speed limits on streets surrounding schools / Sammy's Law. So we encourage everyone to come. As always, it'll be a fun meeting. Transportation meetings are the funnest meetings, as I say every year. So be sure to show up. Thank you.
Yes.
Can I ask a question about the committee?
Yeah, for sure.
Co-chairs, so I was contacted by several folks today about the journalist who had a report this morning on WNYC and Non-Gothamist about the state of the bridges on either side of Newkirk Plaza. I guess DOT has, or the journalist made the public aware of a DOT report about deteriorated conditions there, but then also said repairs would be at least several years away. And our Chairman Gray was quoted in the article, I believe. But I think I was contacted because folks wanted to know if the board has more information or what can be done.
We will raise those questions with Jonine Kidder from DOT Bridges. Will be at the May 14th meeting. And so we'll be talking about the Beverly Road Bridge. This one hasn't even gone out to contract yet, but that question could be raised in that committee meeting.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Community Environment, Cultural Affairs, and Economic Development.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Deborah Valentine, and I'm the co-chair of the community committee. But Chris is not here tonight, so plus we didn't have a meeting, so the next meeting comes up, we'll let you know. Thank you. So it's no report.
All right, thank you. Are members having trouble hearing? I'm not sure if that mic's working.
Speak a little slower.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Okay. All right, please speak into the mic. Next we'll have Human Services, followed by Community Safety Committee.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Yvette Claire Jean. Happy Haitian Heritage Month.
And I am Carl Henry Cesar, so hello. And so we are the co-chairs of the Human Services Committee meeting. So give me a second, let me give you part one of the recap. So yes, so we had our committee meeting on April 20th. And so the first half was a presentation by Mercy First. And so basically, Mercy First is a social services organization, and basically they've been around since 1894. And what they presented on is a crisis and a challenge where there are more children who require some sort of temporary foster care and services than foster families that are present. And over the course of the presentation, they basically stressed some of the stigma and challenges associated with hearing the words foster children, but also why foster children, regardless of what the situation is, it's important for them to have stability in their homes for various reasons. And then they also highlighted some of the things that they do process-wise in terms of supporting families that have agreed to be foster families, and also helping to alleviate some concerns with people who are interested in becoming foster families as well. So when we got to the question and answer section, board members and the district manager, we asked questions ranging from city funding to any process or placement challenges, and Mercy First, they answered those questions as well. And so if folks are interested in a more detailed breakdown, then yeah, you know, our YouTube page, check it out and you can see that stuff. And now I will turn it over to my co-chair, Yvette Claire Jean.
Thank you, Carl. So next Tuesday, do you guys have any plans?
I,
Yes, what are your plans, Sean?
I'm going to be here from 10 to 1 at the nonprofit roundtable event.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the same thing as you. Yeah. So you all should join us next Tuesday, May 19th from 10 to 1. Doors open at 9:30 for our 14th annual nonprofit roundtable. This is a wonderful opportunity where we bring together the nonprofits that provide services in and around Community Board 14. And this year our theme will be funding, equity, and access for nonprofits. So we have a wonderful keynote speaker, Jose Douglas, who's going to speak to us. And then there'll be opportunity for breakout tables for the different nonprofits to speak together around different questions that we've prepared while enjoying lunch. So we really would appreciate the support of our community board members to come and also help facilitate conversations at the tables with our nonprofits. So if you haven't already told the office that you'll be here, and you can come next Tuesday from 10 to 1, we would love to see you. Thank you.
We have a question.
Have you sent the invite around, like the link around?
Oh, yeah. Did you not get it? We'll send it to you then. Or just tell me you're going to be there. You can be there?
Yeah.
I got you.
You're the best one.
Next we'll have Community Safety, followed by Housing and Land Use.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Hold the mic in, please. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Florencia Changajita. My co-chair, Hindi Bendel, is unable to be here tonight. They're honoring the death or their loved one who passed. She was 100 years old, praise the Lord. And so she's unable to make it. So sincere condolences, Hindi, to you and your family. Also, happy anniversary, hon. We're always always working or going to meetings on our birthdays and anniversary, but it's all part and parcel. So just want to say thank you to everyone who supported, who came out to the legislative breakfast on April 17th. And special thanks to Sean and community board members who showed up. And I see many of the representatives from our elected officials' office here. Thank you so very much. Let's just continue to keep this going. And I want to say special thanks to Anif Kasif Hussein and Pastor Monrose, who continue to keep pushing. And please, everyone, it is very important. You heard Jarrell speak about it. We want it on the city statement of needs, and we want it to be addressed even before 5 years, because it's an ongoing situation, and we need folks to be safe. The life that is saved could be yours or someone you love. So please, let's all advocate for our precinct, our police officers to get a new precinct house. It is really very important. Okay, that being said, our meeting was on the 27th of April. That's the community safety. Our illustrious president of the community council, Mr. Ed Powell, who also served on the community board and at one point was a chair of the community board. He spoke about the importance of the council meeting and that it started in 1993. When did it start? 1983? Anyway, the date, does the date matter? Like, there are so many things going on in my head you don't understand. So I'm like mixing dates right now. Anyway, and the importance, and we're currently, the last meeting was held at the, the Caton Flats, and we're looking forward to also host it at the Brooklyn College at one point, but this month it will be held at the ADAPT Center, which is it's on the 20th. This one will not be the last. Usually it's the last Wednesday of each month. This month it will be on the 20th, and so I won't be seeing you there because I won't be in town. But please, please attend. Thank you. Also, Mr. Al Matthew from Drum, who's the founder of Brooklyn Think Tank, he spoke about the work that Drum does. They are work in a preventative measure, and they also have a trauma team, crisis mobile unit, and they're advocating for more funds. They do work with youths in the high schools. They also do train folks who've been previously incarcerated, and the work that they're doing is really great. Sean can tell you, and for those Lauren and others in the community, Robin isn't here, but can tell you the work that they do that really, really helps to keep us safe. And during Labor Day weekend, usually we're out there. There are those of us who we pray, and they go about and help to keep the community safe. So thank you all, and please go to Community Board YouTube channel, and also visit the website, and whatever meetings you miss, there's a whole plethora of knowledge there. Please go there and check it out. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
Next, we'll have Housing and Land Use, followed by Youth Services, Education, and Libraries Committee.
everybody. Greg Alvarez and Melissa Minnick here for the Housing and Land Use Committee. We have nothing to report out because we did not have a meeting this month. However, we're going to try for one more before the summer. So please look out for that, and there will be more news on that. So we look forward to having you there. But I'm going to turn it over to Melissa for any other.
I was just going to say, Jarrell already stole our thunder about Emergent City, and it really was a pretty awesome event. If you didn't get a chance to be there with us that night in April, check out the film for yourself. I would really recommend that. And just throwing in a plug here for those who maybe know about it, maybe don't, but participatory budgeting just opened. And if you check that out, you can actually go to council.nyc.gov or just look up participatory budgeting New York. Every district has their own projects that people have proposed, and there are definitely some on there that have to do with housing, some services, some safe spaces for youth. I think there's a lot of things there that might interest a lot of people in the room, and you get to decide where the money goes. So just throwing it out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Melissa, I think that was a really good promotion, and if anybody's stuck for ideas, you can review the Community Board District Needs Statement on our website, because there's a lot of really great ideas for things that we've been needing a long time. True.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Ost. I'm the co-chair of the Youth Services Education Libraries Committee meeting. I always have to read it. And this is my wonderful co-chair, Renella Parker. We didn't have a meeting last month to report on, but we have one coming up on May 21st. And in fact, we're hitting every area of our title. There are capital improvement presentations, two of them. One about a project at Erasmus High School. Erica Porter of the SCA will be there, the School Construction Authority. And we're also going to have a presentation on the temporary closure of the Midwood Library. I'm learning about this now. The Midwood Library is getting an overhaul. It's going to be two years. There's going to be bookmobile. There are services around. So if you'd like to learn more about what's going on, we will have somebody there to talk about it and the services. So please come to that.
I heard the question in the audience, and when does that start? That begins Sunday, May 17th. So get in your library this week. Just enjoy your last couple weeks with them. But like Eric said, they will still have the book mobile that comes by. And if that is your voting center, they are still having voting there in June. So don't stress about trying to find a new location. That will still be your voting location if that's where you vote in June. With that being said, the last thing that our meeting will discuss is getting a review of the 2026 Youth Resource Fair that you guys amazingly attended, you guys enjoyed, and we are getting revved up to plan our 20th year next year. So we would love to have your feedback beyond just coming to hear the amazing things that are happening both at Erasmus Hall and getting an update on Midwood Library. Please come and share your thoughts, your feedback on Youth Resource Fair, and your ideas so that we can start beginning pre-planning to make sure that the 20th is the best to ever happen. And just going to say it again, that is May 21st. The date was changed, so your calendar was already updated. Your calendar invites May 21st, 6:30, WebEx. See you guys there. Nina, I see you.
Are you aware that there's a Jewish holiday that starts then?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was on me.
And the meetings, I think Florence just said it, if you can't attend a meeting, they're all recorded and they'll be on WebEx. And if you have any feedback and you want to sharing it with the district office, myself, Eric, if you're not able to attend a meeting, is always a way to get in touch with us. And we would love to hear it. So reach out to me directly, reach out to the office, share your feedback, or rewatch the recordings.
Cornell, I just had a thought. Would it be an idea to rotate the youth conferences at the high schools? Maybe, like, we could have it in high school. Would that be
We've
an
talked
idea?
about it before, and we can always revisit the idea.
Okay.
There are ups and downs with that, Joe.
Okay.
And come bring that idea on the 21st.
Yeah, happy to talk about that, or any exciting basketball that anybody's interested in.
All we will have the transition committee.
Hi, everyone, again. I didn't say happy Monday to y'all. That is not like me. Happy Monday, everyone. We're almost at the end. Why do y'all do this every Monday? Happy Monday, everyone. There we go. Remember they said like 8 out of 10 of us are welcome in? Come on, show it.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikki Levinson Angulo. I'm the co-chair of the Transitions Committee. Welcome to new board members. For those of you who are new, the Transitions Committee was created specifically to try and ease the transition as term limits kick in. I know for older board members, you've heard that a million times, but welcome again. Ornella.
Do you want to talk about the? Okay, I got it. Nope, I got it. We talked about this. I'll go first. Our chair spoke about our tabling at the Church Avenue Street Fair that just passed on May 3rd. I had a time. I know Eric is shaking his head. He had a time. Alexa, I see you shaking your head too. You had a time? Yeah. yours don't look convincing. Don't look that way, y'all. Everyone else had a time. Flo, yep, we had a time. But the real purpose of that is we took feedback from you all when we did the survey around like ways we can engage not only you but our community members. And one of it was making sure we're present in our community, and we are using tabling at the many fairs that happen throughout our district to do that. So again, thank you to those who volunteered. If you have not done so yet, there are 3 more fairs that are planned for the next few months for summer, all the way up till September. Go find a date, sign up for a slot that works for you. We would love to have you there. It's a good way for our community members to start seeing who we are, learning about their community board. Because while I was at the table, I asked everyone who came over if they ever heard about their community board. And funny enough, 75% of the people I spoke to either never heard about community boards or they heard of it and had no idea how it operates. So us being present in our community is really important because we do a lot of good work here. So they should know what we do, and we are going to make sure when we're present at those 3 fairs, we're sharing that information with them so that they can engage in a meaningful way. So see you guys at the next one. Go to the email that Chair Jarrell sent. It's like a recap. It also has a link to sign up for upcoming street fairs and to be part of tabling and volunteering.
Thank you, and that brings us to the end of...
No, it's okay. One more thing. So if tabling is not your thing, right, there's really 2 goals to the activities that the Transition Committee has put together. One is for us to engage with each other so that long-serving board members can share knowledge with newer board members. The other is to engage with the community so that we can continue to recruit talented, fresh members. If tabling is not your thing, and again, I want to just stress, especially if you're a new board member, there's an email in your inbox from Jarrell. It has photos of us having an amazing time. But that's where there's the link to sign up. So there's 1 fair per month. So it's super fun. It's a 90-minute commitment. It's very easy. You just sit there and look beautiful. But if that's not your thing, there were other ideas that the Transitions Committee is working on, specifically 2. One is to create a mentorship program, and the other is to create social engagement events between board members. So we're still working on those. I think we don't have a next meeting date defined yet, but we are working on those ideas. We'll come back with more news soon. And if you have additional ideas or questions, please reach out to Ornella and I. Jarrell also shared a spreadsheet with board member emails, so you're welcome to reach out to us directly. Thank you.
Yes, Florencia.
Yeah, I know we got to tell them about the folks that you met that are an asset to the board.
Oh, yes. Flo already said it, but while there, we also engage with community members who we learned that are amazing assets to us. They are part of nonprofits. They have housing resources. So it's really important to get out in our community because those people didn't know that they could tap in with the district office and share that resource that not only benefits us, but our broader community. Thank you, Flo.
All right, and also, just to reiterate, on May 28th, Thursday, May 28th at 6:30 p.m. in the district office, we will be having our executive board meeting where all of our co-chairs, committee co-chairs are expected to be at, where we could discuss more about how we can move forward as a board in terms of programming and creating engagement. And with that, that brings us to the end of our topical committees. Can we give Wayne Rosenfeld and the East Midwood Jewish Center a round of applause for hosting our meeting? As well as Mark Moss for live streaming the meeting. Now we're at our public comment period. Board members are expected to remain through the public comment period. Speakers can sign up for time with our staff at the back of the room until the end of the public comment period. Matters of civic interest and announcements of public events are invited. No partisan political appeals or advertising for-profit enterprises are permitted. Each speaker will be permitted to speak up to 3 minutes, and they may not receive additional time from another speaker. Speakers are directed to address the assembly from the front of the room. At the conclusion of the 3-minute period, each speaker must return to his or her seat. So it is 7:47 p.m. and the first speaker is Ellie Slavin, followed by Antonio Whitaker.
Sean, let me just say thank you to you. It'll be our little secret, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So my name is Ellie Slavin. I'm community liaison for Congresswoman Yvette Clark. We're located at 222 Lennox Road between Rogers and Nostrand. Our number is 718-287-1142. And as all the meetings I announce, we have our website. There's a lot of information, what the Congresswoman is doing, voting, supporting, co-sponsoring. That would be clark.house.gov. Clark with a K-E at the end, .house.gov. Now, we deal with all federal issues. Something I mentioned in all the meetings because it doesn't go by a week that we don't get calls from people who are stranded or who have trouble with their passports. So if you do have, first and foremost, make sure your passport has 6 months at least valid, that it's valid. And if you're traveling and it's an emergency, within 5 days of your travel, we are able to obtain a passport for you in person at the Manhattan office. Now, the Congresswoman had voted, as we mentioned before, the Haitian Recognition Month for the TPS, which is the Temporary Protected Status. Also, even though the homeless is not a federal issue, but the Congresswoman is way on top of it, be taking reports, and eventually will, of course, lend her support to the local elected officials who will need her federal support. I saw there on the table there are pamphlets and there are flyers regarding the 2026 Annual Housing Resource Fair. We will be tabling it, and I also left some flyers on the table. Also, we have our satellite office here in Flatbush the first Wednesday of the month at Kojo. I left flyers with the number and the address. And the last Wednesday of the month at Senator Sutton's office. Senator Sutton's been very hospitable, and we did have people who come into our office because it's hard for them, elderly or people who are in need of special transportation, to come into Senator Sutton's office, and we attempt to assist them with their federal issues. Last but not least, as I spoke about the passports, I left flyers again on the table. It's called STEP, which is Smart Travelers Enrollment Program. If you're traveling, it's very, very important that you register with the consulate or the embassies. If need be, any emergencies, you can either contact them or they can contact you. Again, our number is 718-287-1142. I am Community Liaison for Congressman Yvette Clark, and all of you have a great evening.
Thank you, Ellie.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Antonio Whitaker. I am the Assistant Director of the Bureau of Public Affairs for the Department of Sanitation. Pleasure to be with you all this evening. I do have two announcements for you all. So earlier in this legislative session for the state legislature, Governor Hochul signed a bill into law that was sponsored by Senator Sutton and Assemblymember Simca Eisenstein that allows for community boards to opt into an early trash setup set-out program for residences in their respective community board districts that get their trash and their recyclables and compost picked up on Saturdays. All right. So what does this mean for Community Board 14? First and foremost, the Community Board has reached out to the Department of Sanitation to formally request entry into this program. So the program will start officially for Community Board 14 on May 29th. That's Friday, May 29th. So for any resident of the board that gets their trash serviced on Saturdays, you will be allowed to place your trash and your compostable material. All needs to be containerized. That has not changed. You need to place out your containerized material on Fridays as early as 3 p.m. All right, so I'll say that again. You can place out your trash and your compostable material, that's your organic material that we send to Staten Island to be composted. All of that still needs to be containerized. You can place that out as early as 3 p.m. on Fridays, starting on May 29th, all right? So please let your neighbors know. Please share that information with your respective networks. Again, Community Board 14 has opted into that program. Several other community boards in the city have also opted into that program. So we will be starting the early trash set out within the next couple of weeks. My second announcement, as all of you know, most of you here are homeowners or you're a resident of a property that has 9 or less residential units. As you all know, starting June 1st, those particular properties will need to only containerize their trash using the official NYC trash bin. All right. So for those of you that are single-family homeowners, own a 2-family home, or are the owners of a residential property that has 9 or less residential units in that building, you are required, starting on June 1st, to only containerize your trash using the official New York City trash bin. So from today until May 31st, you can use the bin that you're currently using right now to containerize your trash, as long as it's 55 gallons or less and has a secure fitting lid. But starting on June 1st, your trash needs to be containerized in a official black New York City trash bin. You can pick them up at Home Depot. Now, I know I've spoken to a couple folks before the meeting started. A lot of you have gone to Home Depot and realized that the bins are sold out. Home Depot receives shipments from our vendor Otto, which has created the bin. They receive shipments of those bins several times a week. But since we're 2.5 weeks out until the beginning of the mandate, folks have been going into Home Depot very early to buy those bins, and Home Depot has sold out very, very quickly because we're coming up close to the mandated date. So my suggestion to folks who want to physically go down to a Home Depot to pick up your bin, do it as early as you possibly can, preferably when that Home Depot opens up, to try to pick up your bin if you want to pick up your bin in person. But you can also purchase bins online through Home Depot's third-party apps. They do delivery of these bins through DoorDash, Instacart, and Uber Eats. So you have multiple ways to get the bin delivered to your homes. But again, if you are physically going to a Home Depot to pick up a bin, my suggestion is to do it as early as possible because they sell out very, very quickly.
All right. Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you.
We have one question.
Yeah, just as a point of clarity, does this only apply to general trash bins, or does this apply to paper and plastic, metal recycling bins as well?
Only for trash. Yeah, so your recycling is not required to be containerized. You can still place that out in clear plastic bags. And for your paper and cardboard, if you happen to have a lot of it, you can still, bundle up, tie it up with twine, place it out on your recyclable day, and we'll service it. All right, thank you.
Oh, we have one more question.
Question, I get a lot of people asking, are there any discounts for seniors for those trash bags? Because they can run, they're like $50, I believe.
So there is a reimbursement. There's a reimbursement program that has been implemented, again, through legislation from about a year ago. The reimbursement expires on June 1st. So the amount for the reimbursement is the amount of the largest trash bin that we sell, which is somewhere around $55 or so. And the amount that you'll get in the reimbursement is for a 45-gallon bin. So if you buy a bin that's actually smaller than that, there are 3 sizes that you can purchase: 25-gallon, 35, and a 45-gallon. If you buy a 25 or 35-gallon, and you apply for the reimbursement, the amount of the reimbursement is more than what you would have paid for the bin itself. So if you buy a 35-gallon bin, the reimbursement will be for a 45-gallon bin. Same with yeah. But you only get...
Questions can be directed to the community board, and we'll get answers from DSNY for you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Robert Elstein, followed by Ethan Nash. And also just want to say hi to Mary Casey from Assemblymember Carroll's office.
Thank you.
Robert Elstein. Going once, going twice.
Oh, wait. No,
Oh, not you. No, you good. I'm gonna give you a second to breathe. All right, next we have Ethan Nash, Brooklyn Borough President's office.
I'm good.
Oh, you good?
Yep.
All right, next we have Mayor Levington. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, everybody. My name is Mira. I'm from the Kensington branch of the library. I just came with a few announcements. My big announcement was already told earlier, which is the Midwood branch will be closing for 2 years of renovations on Sunday, May 17th. The renovation plan, it's the second floor renovation, so the children's room is going to be completely renovated, as well as the HVAC system, which I'm at least very happy about. It's very hot. Also, it should be noted that if you have not picked up all of your holds from Midwood by June 17th, they will all be available for pickup at Cortelliu Library, which is on 1305 Cortelliu Road, and we'll hold them there, so you're good to go on that end. Also, bookmobile service will begin May 19th and will provide weekly service every Thursday until June 25th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I have another quick announcement, which is that at Kensington Library on Thursdays from 5:30 to 7 p.m., we're going to be doing English conversation classes. So if you know any adults who want to practice their English at Kensington Library, they can join fellow English language learners, and all are welcome. And you do not need to sign up. You can just show up. And lastly, the Brooklyn Public Library has started free notary services at a few of our branches. It's online, which branches there are, because it's based on who works where with the notaries. You can get up to 3 documents notarized at a time. Appointments are required, so you can visit the Brooklyn Library website if you go to brooklynlibrary.org/notary-reserve to reserve your spot. They have to witness you signing your documents, though, so you should fill everything out first, but don't sign it until they see you sign it. Also, so pre-signed documents will not be notarized. The signers have to be present at the appointment. At the moment, we can only notarize documents in English, and also we cannot provide legal advice. And for patrons 18 plus with valid, this is just in general for patrons 18 plus with valid ID, which includes state driver's license, passport, green card, ID NYC, or U.S. military ID. That's everything. Thank you guys so much.
Shout out to the libraries that's staying open. Next we'll have Noam Abrahams, and followed by Brian Grady.
Hi, everybody. My name is Noam Abrahams from Senator Sam Sutton's office. A few announcements for upcoming events. On May 29th, we'll be hosting the Omni Mobile Sales Van at Marine Park by the Carmine Cara Community Center. I know a lot of people still have Metro cards with money on them. You can get that money off your Metro card onto an Omni card. You can sign up for a discounted senior Omni card, and you'll receive it on the spot. It's a really good opportunity because otherwise you've got to make your way to a couple train stations where they can do it for you. So please stop by on May 29th. I believe the address is 3000 Fillmore Avenue. As always, you already heard, but on the third Wednesday of every month, we host Brooklyn's own Ellie Slavin and staff from Yvette Clark's office for mobile office hours. If you need help with a federal agency, you're on this side of the neighborhood and not the Lennox Road side of the neighborhood, please call and make an appointment so we can make sure that they are there to see you. And on the fourth Wednesday of every other month, we'll be hosting virtual unclaimed funds workshop with the State Comptroller's Office. The State Comptroller has already returned over $250 million this year alone through unclaimed funds. Pretty much everyone has unclaimed funds, whether they know it or not. So you can call and book an appointment. Our first appointment will be June 24th. And they just call you up. It's 15 minutes. And you'll get basically free money that you already had and lost. You have some more time until the end of June. If you know a graduating or moving up student class, the Senate would like to commemorate them with certificates of achievement. You can submit the class as a parent, educator, school administrator, online via the Senate portal. If you go to Sutton, SUTTON.nysenate.gov. Additionally, I shouted this out last time, but it's getting warmer. The HEAP cooling assistance benefit is open. You can receive up to $800 to cover an air conditioner, fan, and the cost of installation. So that's a great way to make sure that your home, your apartment, whatever, has cooling and it's not boiling inside. Our office is also partnering with Met Council to distribute emergency information magnets. Put on your fridge, you write your address, and then your kid will always have the number and the address to tell them in case of emergency. We'll ship them straight to you. You can get 1, you can get 10. We'll send them over. You can call our office at 718-253-2015 and just give us your address, and we'll get them right over to you. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. I am Brian Grady. I'm Director of Constituent Services for Councilmember Rita Joseph. Excuse me. I'd just like to say, hope everyone had a good Mother's Day and wish everyone, I hope, a happy Haitian Heritage Month. I also want to thank everybody who came out to the hearing on Tuesday last week. It was, and especially everybody who gave your testimony. So the council member will be working really tirelessly to make sure that DSS and the administration listen to the wishes of our community. Our office has a lot of events coming up this week. So Councilmember Joseph, along with Councilmember Lewis and a number of other local electeds, are going to be sponsoring the Haitian Flag Day celebration being held at the Brooklyn Children's Museum on Thursday, May 14th at 6 p.m. And you can scan the QR code on the flyer to RSVP. This Saturday, this is really exciting, our office is sponsoring a free bike helmet giveaway at the parade grounds. Helmets will be given out to those present while supplies last. Children under 18 should make sure that they're accompanied by a parent who can sign the release form. And we will also have some small countertop compost bins available to give away if you don't have one of those yet. Also on Saturday, our office will be sponsoring the Caribbean Equality Project monthly food and essentials distribution. This will take place at 12 p.m. at PS6 at 43 Snyder Avenue. This is first come, first served. Please bring a card.
And if that wasn't enough for your weekend, you also have a choice of 2 street care events that we are sponsoring along with DYCD and Big Reuse. The first will be on Saturday from 2 to 4, starting at 22 Linden Boulevard, and the other will be on Sunday, May 17th, from 2 to 4, starting at 237 Maple Street up in Prospect Leverage Gardens. On Thursday, May 28th, from 6 to 8, our office will be sponsoring the first of our From Renters to Owners seminar series. This series is for first-time buyers, and so there will be a lot of really good information there. You can RSVP by scanning the QR code or calling the district office. And on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of each month, our office is now offering New York Connects, which is a program offered by the New York State and NYC Aging to help connect older adults with information about services, benefits, and insurance counseling, referrals to providers, program referrals, and care coordination. So for more information on that, feel free to contact the office or to schedule an appointment, give us a call. And lastly, on the first Monday of every month, we have a representative from the VFW in the office to assist veterans with obtaining the benefits they deserve. Call or email us to set up an appointment. You can always give us a call with any community concerns. Our number is 718-287-8762. We're located at 930 Flatbush Avenue between Church and Snyder, and we're open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 5. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. Next, we'll have Nancy Lulu, followed by Megan Fleming White.
Good evening, everyone. Nancy Lulu from the Brooklyn DA's office. I bring greetings on behalf of DA Eric Gonzalez to everyone. I just wanted to share that the Brooklyn DA's office held a prescription drug take-back event on April 24th, and I'm happy to report that 72 pounds of meds were collected and disposed safely, so that was a great initiative. I also want to urge you to visit the brooklynda.org's website to check on recent press releases and indictments and the great work we do at the DA's office. And also, I want to remind you of the Action Center's phone number. If there is anything you would like to address with the Brooklyn DA's office, a public safety concern, or if you have a case that you want to check on the status, to call 718-250-2340. And I also want to welcome the new community board members. And that's really it. Thank you and have a good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Megan Fleming White. I'm here on behalf of Councilmember Farrah Lewis. So I do want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend. And also to keep in mind, in the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, Menstrual Hygiene Awareness Month, and Haitian Heritage Month. So keep in mind as we go through the month of May. So I have 3 announcements. The first announcement is Participatory Budgeting 2026. So District 45 has successfully completed another cycle of participatory budgeting. This year, 2 projects within Community Board 14 were placed on the ballot. So we had Campus Road pedestrian safety improvements and tree guards for South Midwood area. Our office worked closely with Flatbush Development Corporation to conduct outreach through District 45, encouraging community members to vote and help spread awareness about these projects that were featured on the ballot. So through these collaborative efforts, we had more than 2,500 residents participate in the voting, which is a very great number. So we look forward, So we look forward to announcing those projects that were selected by the community through this year's ballot. So my next announcement is Brooklyn College graduation. So Councilmember Farrah Lewis sent a formal letter to President Michelle Anderson expressing strong opposition to Brooklyn College's initial decision not to allow their students to walk across the stage during their commencement ceremony that was scheduled at the Barclay Center for May 28, 2026. Council member emphasized the significant impact that this decision will have on graduating students, many of whom are a part of Central Brooklyn and live in District 45. She also highlighted the concerns of other CUNY institutions and the proceeding with traditional commencement ceremonies in which graduate names are called and students are recognized on stage. So student advocates called on elected officials to support these efforts, and Councilmember Farrah Lewis ensured that their concerns and sentiments were expressed. So we're pleased to learn that Brooklyn College has now made the necessary arrangements to allow the graduating class of 2026 to cross the stage for their commencement. So my last announcement is the protest on Ocean Avenue and Avenue L. So residents and community leaders had contacted our office regarding the protest that was scheduled for this evening at the intersection of Ocean Avenue and Avenue L. Councilmember feels strongly about the need for safety among community members regardless of the topic of protests and proceedings. And we have been in close communication with the 7-0 precinct in regard to the protest taking place today. Councilmember Lewis is a proud sponsor of Intro-001, which is a bill that will require the police commissioner to establish a plan to address and contain risk of physical obstruction, physical injury, intimidation, and interference of places of worship, religious worship, while preserving and protecting the rights of freedom of speech, assembly, and protest. So our office is located at 1434 Flatbush Avenue. Our number is 718-629-2900, and our email is district45@council.nyc.gov. So if you need anything, feel free to stop by our office, and council member is here to support you. Thank you for having me.
Next, we'll have Aomi Siling, followed by Taisha Allen.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Aomi Siling. I serve as District Office Director, City Assembly Member Brian Cunningham. So I just have a few announcements. So on the back table, we have our legislative process in you brochure. I encourage you to take one and read and understand how you can engage with the legislation process. We also have our famous NYC parking calendars. This is something that's really common in our office. So please take one or 5. We also have My Doors Open. So this is a way you can get in contact with our office if you can't come in from 9 to 5, which is our daily operation hours. You put a stamp, put your address, you put it in the mailbox, and then we'll follow up with you. We also have a homeowner guide. We know that deed theft is very common. So please take one and learn your rights. So every Thursday, we still have our Tenant Thursdays, where we have a housing specialist in our office to assist with housing needs, especially the NYC and NYS Housing Connect portals. Do understand that what's on the NYC portal isn't on the same on the NYS portal, and it's vice versa. So please, yes. But this is appointment-based only, so you have to call our office and receive an appointment. And then we also have a social worker in our office every first and third Wednesday for our Caring Wednesdays to provide social services to our community members. So that concludes my announcements.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. Assembly Member Bashar Hermelin sends greetings from Albany. Hope all moms and mother figures had a happy Mother's Day. The member sponsored several resolutions that passed and adopted in the Assembly, recognizing April 28th as MWBE Advocacy Day, which I am happy to share was a success. Many business owners were given the opportunity to meet with legislators and advocate for legislation that will enhance, expand, and continue to empower aspiring and certified MWBEs. In addition, May 4th to May 10th was proclaimed as Postpartum Depression Awareness Week, which aligns with May being Mental Health Awareness Month. And the month of May as Haitian Heritage Month, celebrating 222 years of independence. In honor of that, Assemblymember Bashar Hermelin joined Executive Director Perez Lozuma of Life of Hope and hundreds of community residents this past Sunday for Haitian Cultural Day theme, We Belong. The celebration kicked off with a parade along Nostrand Avenue, which is is known as Little Haiti, and concluded with a festival at Hilla Plaza. Also want to say a happy Jewish Heritage Month, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and Older Americans Month as well. Also in recognition of the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, we do honor our fallen soldiers and all who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Lastly, on Saturday, May 2nd, the member joined South Midwood pollinators for a community cleanup at Glenwood Road Malls, clearing litter, trimmed overgrowth, and planting new greenery for the season. Special thank you to Virginia Levy, who is the president of the South Midwood pollinators. A big thank you also goes out to Lauren Collins, the executive director of Church Flatbush Alliance, for hosting such an amazing street fair and allowing our office to join in sharing available free resources to our neighbors. It was lovely to see the community come out in large numbers and enjoy the festivities. A few events that we do have coming down the pipeline is our clergy luncheon, which is scheduled for Thursday, June 25th at the Bridge. So if you know or you are a faith-based leader, this is a good event to come out and get information and network. We are also solidifying an MWBE virtual workshop in partnership with COPO and SBS, who will be our presenter, to go through the certification process to become an MWBE, as well as have a Q&A at the end. All events are require registration, so to RSVP or sign up or even volunteer for any future events, you reach out to our office at 718-940-0428 or visit us in person at 1312 Flatbush Avenue near Forster Avenue. Thank you.
Next, we'll have Jay Taubman, followed by Lauren Collins.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Taubman. I'm an adult librarian and assistant branch manager at Brooklyn Public Library. Welcome from Brooklyn Public Library, Catalia branch. I came to make some brief announcements. First of all, I hope everyone had a happy Mother's Day, those who are celebrating it. Also, I hope those who were celebrating or did celebrate Cinco de Mayo had a happy Cinco de Mayo. And also want to wish those who are celebrating happy Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and also happy Jewish Heritage Month, as well as happy Older Americans Month, celebrating those months as well. So briefly, we're having a series of health-related series of events I'm going to briefly outline. The first one I want to mention is we already have a series that started called Feel Good Fridays. It started last month on April 24th, and it's going to be on the last Friday of every month. It's going to be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have the flyers for all these events that I'm discussing on the table in the back. And this one is about natural self-care, cancer prevention workshops, herbal tea service, and giveaways. The first two of the 7 workshops are going to be discussing screening for lung and prostate cancer, and we're actually going to be bringing a mobile on Friday, June 26th, which I have the flyer for, called the Lung Cancer Screening Van. We're going to be bringing it, and we're working with Weill Cornell and Columbia University, and we're going to be bringing that mobile, and people who are qualified, up to 20 people, can enroll for this. So if they go to getcheckedny.org or 646-962-LUNG, or you can go to the website of Brooklyn Public Library, you could sign up. Another thing that I want, so that will actually be the third part of the series of Feel Good Fridays. Another thing that I wanted to mention, we are having next month, June 12th, 2026, about diabetes prevention. It's from 1 to 2 p.m., which is a Friday. And a person will be coming from Kings County Hospital to discuss how to prevent diabetes. Also, we have our Let's Talk Mental Health series coming up during the summer with Carmel's Depression and Anxiety Wellness Foundation. We're partnering with them, and we're going to be discussing depression and anxiety and mental health. Last but not least, I want to mention that we're also going to be having on June 4th our summer reading kickoff, and we're going to be bringing in Brooklyn Museum on Wheels, and this is going to be from about 12 to 5 in the afternoon, and we're going to be having a series of workshops related to art. We'll be having art, face painting, and other activities, T-shirt painting, and we're going to be having a series of exhibitions related to the Brooklyn Museum. So please come out for that. That will be at the Gratelli branch on Thursday, June 4th, which is Brooklyn Queens Day. And the entire community is welcome to come. Thank you, and I wish everyone a good evening.
Good evening. Oops, hi. My name is Lauren Collins. I'm Executive Director of the Church Flatbush Community Alliance, which is a business improvement district, helping businesses on Flatbush, a section of Flatbush Avenue and a section of Church Avenue. First, thank you to CB14 board members who came to our street fair. It was so great, and I was listening to everything and listening to you guys interact with them. And the first thing when someone would start talking and saying, "Oh, I'm kind of interested," they'd say, we have committees, and people were instantly paying attention. So it's just really great. Thank you also to Chair Jarrell Gray, who came. I know this is actually, I think, since the last board meeting. He helped out with an event that we did at the Academy of Hospitality and Hospitality and Tourism at Erasmus as part of a grant. We worked with about 20 to 25 high school students. We brought disposable actual cameras, not phones, and talked to them about photography. Jarrell talked about his photography, and then we split into groups and took these kids out into the street to take photos. I actually have this memory of one student standing in the middle of Flatbush Avenue to get a photo, which was not great. But besides that, they got some really, really beautiful photos, which are going to be part of a project that we're doing. We have banners are going to go up on Flatbush Avenue, hopefully in the late summer, designed by artist Nick Edward Woolley. So these are on about 37 lampposts on Flatbush Avenue and Church Avenue. We had a contest last year. He won, and he is also about Brooklyn Queens Day and the Museum on Wheels. We're actually a partner on that as well. And Nick Edward will be one of the artists probably at this event doing some kind of drop-in collage art workshop. They're working out the details right now. One of our restaurants in Flatbush is going to be serving food at the event, so we're very, very excited about that. Saturday, June 6th, we're going to be installing art on the side of the Church Avenue BQ station as part of this same art project that Jarrell was a part of. We have a mural with photos. I think some people in this room probably submitted photos. They're colorized. They're all different, kind of like a patchwork. The photos are also going to be on the windows of the Campa building when you leave the Church Avenue BQ, the huge building, three-story building with big windows. They're going to be blown up on that. And then we also have sugarcane-looking light going on the outside of Kew Gardens Community Garden. So that's really exciting. The launch party, the unveiling for that will be on Thursday, June 25th from 5 p.m. to 8:30. We're working with the precinct to make sure it's a great event. It's going to be outdoors on East 18th Street. We're not closing East 18th. We'll have all kinds of fun activities there. And on your list of street fairs, I hope you have the Flatbush Avenue Street Fair. Cool. Yep. On Sunday, July 12th, which is very big, because I know you won't have a meeting right before that. And last thing, we did install last month 2 big city bins, which are for garbage on Clarkson and on Regent. So if you see these 2 containers and you don't know what they are, especially if you live nearby, please come talk to me. We're trying to get more outreach to help people understand what they're for. They're basically to take bags of garbage off the street, not residential garbage, but all the garbage from the trash cans. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Lastly, we'll have Mary Kay Siri bring us home.
Either sleep. No, mine too.
I know, it's terrible, sorry.
You can't sneak up on anybody.
Hi, everybody. Really quick. So we have a paper shredding event tomorrow morning from 9 to 12. It's in Prospect Heights. I know it's a little out of our zone, but it's on St. John's Place between Underhill and Plaza Street East. So if you have some stuff and you want to bring it over, we'll be there. 2 pieces of legislation the Assembly member wanted me to mention. They're very practical and have the ability to actually help people's lives. The first one is about repair scores for electronic equipment like smartphones and appliances. So those scores will be posted so people can make better decisions about their purchases, and hopefully it'll eliminate some electronic waste, which is a big problem. And the second piece of legislation, these both passed the Assembly already, would prohibit late payments of cashless tolls like Easy Pass from impacting credit scores. So the Assembly member strongly feels that no one should have to have their credit rating ruined because of fees and unpaid tolls without clear communication about these charges. And then lastly, Saturday is the Brooklyn Half, right? So just plan accordingly, and don't be like me, who was an hour and 20 minutes parking because of the protest. So anyway, thank you.
That brings us to the end of our public comment period. I thank all the members of the public for coming out tonight. And yeah, Sean, getting everyone out of here before 8:30, but we will do it before my term ends. We will get out of here by 8 o'clock, at least once. All right, it's 8:27, and the meeting is adjourned.